Hey, hey, Capricorn, thank you for coming. Happy January, Happy New Year, and happy birthday to my January Capricorns. So there's a lot that we could talk about. You've got your solar return, which is the astrological equivalent of your birthday, but even more acute, you have a Pluto-Saturn conjunction happening in your house of personality and self. I forget to tell you guys sometimes that I write horoscopes. You can read more about that over on writteninthestars.co. But I will tell you here what Spirit is giving me, because they were just kind of really highlighting that for all of the signs this month. Like, we want to drill down on this because as above, so below. Astrology doesn't direct, but it reflects. And you're going to feel a little bit of that acuteness. It's again also your solar return. So everything about your identity is lit up by the sun, but also under pressure and experiencing the excavation and the transformation that Pluto brings about. Pardon my voice. I'm actually getting over having lost it for a bit, which is part of why your videos are late. So if I sound a little husky, just, you know, it is what it is. Okay. You might be feeling like a skin shedding. It's a little bit, for those of you who are acquainted, it's a little bit of a Saturn return energy almost, because it's this intense pressure of what's real and what's not, and what's working and what's not. And Capricorn, under normal circumstances, you can be a little hard on yourself. Saturn is your planetary ruler, and he represents time, limits, responsibilities, pressures, rules. And what are your rules for yourself? And Spirit is saying, what makes you feel like you are ruling things? You know, kind of emperor energy. Haven't seen your cards. We're going to get into them. But that's what they're giving me. It's 2020. It's a 4-year, back to the basics, all about structures, all about platforms. What's your platform? What's your role? Okay? Things to think about. Let's get into it. Woo! Don't worry, Capricorn, I will put your, wow, love it. Okay, I will put up your cards in just a second, so you're going to see what I'm seeing. Whoa. Okay. Whoo. Holy shit. Okay. Give me a second, Capricorn. We're going to clarify in real time. Bear with me. Wow. Okay. A lot of you are, when I say that you're experiencing like a skin shedding pressure, you know, you already know. It's like, it's not something I, pardon me, geez, necessarily even really need to tell you. You have a lot of really wonderful cards here, but you know me, Capricorn, if you've been here before, I'm going to zoom in on the problems and then we can get into all the beauty. So, where you find yourself, 8 of Swords, a little bit held back, a little bit, I feel like, afraid of your own power. And I know, Capricorn, like, you're one of the most powerful signs, so me saying that might make you feel away. And like, believe me, anything that I say and anything that comes from Spirit, there is no judgment. It's all coming from love. That's actually a good thing, because the 8 of Swords is saying the only thing in your way is your own kind of stalemate, fearful thoughts. And it's just a little bit. That's what they keep giving me, is like, listen, if this is like home stretch. You have been exploring kind of a very old wound, is what Spirit is telling me. And now they're having me come to this other sword card. And I promise, from here on out, we're going to brighten on up, okay, Capricorn? But I know you like to be real. And I know you do like to get to the point. I have some Capricorn placements myself. Relatable content. Here is a card representing something that is not in your current existence, but that is in kind of, how do I say this? I know I'm speaking to Capricorns, I'm speaking to Earth signs, so I feel a little bit strange speaking in very like ephemeral language, but it's like That Three of Swords isn't something present in your life. It is something hovering, you could say, in your aura. You could say in your mind. I would say both. There is an old wound, an old betrayal, and you are being asked to no longer betray yourself. Somebody may have disempowered you in the past. Somebody may have said hurtful words or made you feel very much out in the cold. And Spirit doesn't want you to repeat that pattern on yourself. Spirit is asking you and offering you a break-free, breakthrough moment. This is you, and this is the future, okay? We're clarifying and talking about the future here. This is the best card that I could see coming after the Eight of Swords. Because what does that tell me? That tells me not only are you up and moving on, like not only are you on your way to your destination and you've kind of cleared like confusion, you have learned from the wound. That's what Six of Swords is. Not only have I taken these swords out of myself and realized that I can take them out and nobody else can, right? Not only have I done that, but I have cleaned out the wound and understood where it came from. And these swords are no longer going to puncture me, but I will always remember them and what they taught me. Every tough moment that I went through gave me something. And yes, it gave me the wound. We're not bypassing that. That's where that Eight of Swords fear comes from. But Capricorn, you're known as the power sign for a reason. CEO of the Zodiac. Look how strong you come up. Not a page, not even a knight, not that that's a negative thing, but a queen. The Queen of Earth. Appropriate, Capricorn. Spirit is asking you to get very clear with yourself about what you want. You have a lot of options. You have a lot of, like... I'm hesitating because Spirit is saying, like, you have a lot of feelings. And that might be uncomfortable. Again, like, a little weird to hear. Might make you feel away. But it's good to have feelings. It's good to have dreams. It's good to feel like, which of these things do I want? Even if there is an element of confusion. That's when we need clarity. That's where we need focus. That's where we need to see where maybe our fears are obscuring some of these cups. And making some look better than others, making some look worse than others, or further away. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling that you've set something up really good for yourself. This is what they're telling me, Capricorn, with this particular Three of Wands that's crossing your reading. So the most influential energy. You have been already at something. Already working at something, already moving in a certain direction, and I feel that it's going to open up more for you. I feel that you've got a few, I mean, you can see these cards, you've got a few people around you that are like supportive, and maybe some people that are going to offer you contracts, jobs, insights, networking opportunities. I'm hearing all these things, okay? And my advice for you is to trust your intuition when it comes to these people. That's what I'm hearing. I think that these people want to support you, but Capricorn, you have the Get Real planets in your house right now. You know that if somebody is interested in your power and interested in like your service, supporting you, whatever it is, there is something in it for them. Even if it is just like, oh, well, you're my friend and I want to see you succeed. So when I say there's something in it for them, that doesn't have to be like sinister or something like that. But Spirit is saying, look at the motive underneath. So here is someone sitting in the past, and you know that it's extremely powerful to see you come up as the Queen of Pentacles, and it has nothing to do with gender, everything to do with personality type. You're the creator, okay? You create the content or the like product or the labor, like you do the thing. And this person kind of, the king, right? So if the queens are possessed of quote unquote feminine energy, classically speaking, again, nothing to do with gender, everything to do with like yin yang, solar, lunar, we could think of it like that. If the queen creates, if the queen, you know, makes the baby, then the king is in charge of protection, and that means setting up rules. That means setting up boundaries. That means here's how we should arrange these things so that they stay steady. Somebody sees your skills, your gifts, and wants to help you kind of like facilitate them. And again, these are general readings, Capricorn, so I don't feel comfortable being like, you got to take this, or like everything, you know, is on the up and up, because I feel like they wouldn't be telling me to tell you to trust your intuition, to watch and wait, to look at how this, here's what they're saying for some of you, look at how this person treats other people. You know how they say, like, look at how your date treats like the waitstaff and stuff like that? It's like, if they will treat somebody that they think has nothing to offer them that way, how are they going to treat you? Like, how long before, you know what I'm saying? And Capricorn, I really want to emphasize it's a general reading, but Spirit is bringing that through very clearly. So you've got to trust yourself. And if your feeling when you look at that is, yeah, I can handle that person, even if they are kind of like Machiavellian or whatever, and you're like, nah, I think I can handle it. Okay, fine. But ethics wise, I have to give you the spiel. I have to give you that warning, okay? Now, there is someone else that sees that you are a little overwhelmed. You have the Ten of Wands at the foundation of your reading, and Spirit is very much connecting the Seven of Cups and the Ten of Wands. Like, yeah, you're taking on kind of so many disparate and various things that it's like, yeah, how the hell am I supposed to focus? How am I supposed to find time to focus? And they get it, okay? So, like, Spirit wants to validate that, and I feel that you have some help coming. For some of you, this person may already be present in your life, and you may know exactly who this is. This person is very much on your level. Where you're the Queen of Pentacles, this person is the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands is warm, charismatic, she's open, she likes identifying other people's talents and helping them like fan those flames, essentially. Like, that's what she's excited about. And so you're a queen in your right, she is a queen in her own right. So this is someone where you feel like we're not the same person, but we're very like on par. And whenever you encounter another court card in the tarot, Capricorn, it is because you are meant to look in the mirror of that person, and they are meant to like activate and resonate something within you. So there's a Queen of Wands aspect of you that is getting activated by this person and asking you to kind of step into your leadership, step into your charisma. That's the other thing about the Queen of Wands. She's kind of like, and we'll talk about the King of Wands in a second. When I saw these King and Queen matches, that's very intense and interesting. And some of you, it may directly be that you have like couples in two different realms. The Queen of Wands wants you to, like, she's a natural leader, and so is the King of Wands. They have this in common, their charisma. I like to say that it's like you move toward them in a room the way that people would very naturally move toward a fire if they were outside and it's cold. It's just like, oh, comforting. And it brings light to the room. Like, these are those people that they may literally be a fire sign, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. This person feels also intuitive. The High Priestess is the clarifying card for her. So this person may also be helpful in helping you sort out your cups, and maybe even take a couple of your wands for you, or like help you discern which wands you want to be carrying. Because here's what I'm feeling with that Ten of Wands. I wish that I had the Eight of Wands on the table here. Because they're showing it to me in my mind's eye. They're saying there's a couple things that you're doing or worrying about or focused on that are weighing down the whole operation. That it's like, if I go ahead and drop these two wands, it's not going to be the end of the world. I know you're a Capricorn and you're like, no, like all the things, I can do it. You can. Like, nobody disputing that, Capricorn. You absolutely 100% can, and you are, and it's making you feel a little bit like this. So there's a couple things that need to be kind of taken off your back, or at very least simplified and streamlined, even if it's something like, I always do my laundry on this day and that day, and I put it in, you know, Google Calendar or whatever. So it's like, I'm going to stop thinking about, oh, when am I going to clean the house? When am I going to get the blah, 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 blah. And I'm going to streamline my life to the extent that I can. Maybe I can't give up this extra job or this side hustle or this whatever. I can't necessarily throw off the wands that I might want to, but I can make things as simple as I can for myself. It's empowering for you to do that. And you have a lot of people around you trying to empower you. Queen of Wands, and in the key position, the King of Wands connected to the Justice card. Before we even get there, I haven't even mentioned one of the best cards in your reading, which is the Wheel of Fortune, another 10. Spirit is reminding me, 10 of Wands, Wheel of Fortune. It's like when you're hitting the top. Like, and when I say the top, 10 of Wands is like the top of the pressure, okay? So like, but also so close. Like the Wheel of Fortune is the tipping, right? The tipping point. That's how they're putting it. Of things moving forward, of momentum. So you transcending your fear, you getting together with your, like, maybe this is your friend, maybe this is a colleague, maybe this is somebody in some kind of like mastermind group with you. Get together with your Queen of Wands. And you two together take an hour, take a day, take whatever to look at your 10 Wands and your 7 Cups. It's so different when someone else is looking at your life. You know what I mean? Like, even you, Capricorn, who has things under control and usually does have things pretty organized, you overwhelm yourself sometimes because you take on so much. And I feel like somebody else can help you strategize and see where you might be holding yourself back a little bit. And your talents want to shine. Like I said earlier, you've already set something up for yourself. It's like you've kind of already set yourself up as like a thought leader in a particular realm, or like I've taken steps toward this opportunity. And I feel like this Queen of Wands is kind of, this is how they're putting it, okay, Capricorn? This Queen of Wands is bringing you, via that 3 of Wands journey of things beginning to open up, to this King of Wands, who may even be able to, like, I'm hearing, okay, like, manager, I'm hearing, and when I say manager, I'm feeling like talent manager. This is somebody who might really be able to help you, like, get those things in order. So the Queen of Wands might just be like the precursor. She might be the appetizer for like helping you see how gifted and talented you are, and how that there are people that want to help and support you, and that it's not wrong or bad or dangerous. That's what Spirit is saying, okay? Not wrong or bad or dangerous to accept this person's support and to sign with the people that you intuitively are like, yeah, yes, you see something in me, like they were talking about at the beginning. Yes, you see something in me, so maybe you want a piece, King of Wands, maybe because you're like, wow, like this person's really great, this person's really smart. Yeah, you can have a piece, and this is what I want. So there's an even exchange there, because Justice came up as the clarifier for this guy. So I like that. I like this Queen and King of Wands. Like I said, for some of you, they may come as a pair. But for some, I'm not necessarily feeling that for all of you, but for some of you, that may very particularly be like, this is a couple, or this is a pair of managers, or whatever. The Wheel of Fortune is turning, and you are being asked to broaden your horizons, ironically, by like letting go of a couple of things. A couple of those wands just need to get out of your way. That's why they were showing me 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands is speed and clarity and things like moving fast. So if you take 2 of those 10 Wands away, you have that 8 of Wands speed. Let the Queen help you out, and also trust yourself. Like I said, the High Priestess card coming up for her, and the fact that you encounter this card, you have these aspects within yourself. She's just helping you draw them out. Trust your own intuition about this person, about every person in this scenario. Because there are people who want to help you develop and then, yes, manage, potentially control. So keep an eye out, your resources. The possibilities are endless. So choose. Choose and grab your buddy, grab your muse, and your ships come in, and you two go on this journey. was going to say don't be afraid, but be afraid and go for it anyway. You've got this, Capricorn. You are coming into your power big time. House of self and personality. House of everybody seeing me and who I am and what I am. So I also want to leave you with a message that might sound a little superficial, which is think about how you look. Think about getting into character. Think about, and I mean that, I mean as above, so below, as within, so without. Sometimes if we have a hard time starting within, if we have a hard time working and looking at some of these wounds, sometimes it helps to start without and be like, okay, like I'm gonna exfoliate, or I'm gonna do my nails, or I'm gonna get a haircut, or I'm gonna start dressing a little better, or I'm gonna put 15 extra minutes of effort into the way that I look so that I feel a little more queenly walking through the world. Again, gender non-specific, feeling attractive. That's the thing about that feminine energy. It's magnetic, it's attractive, it's sit back and receive. I draw it to me, where the king goes out and does. You're in a little bit of like, yes, bring it to me. And I like that, Capricorn. So whatever makes you feel attractive, because it can be whatever it is for you. Identity specific. What character do you want to be? How do you want people to see you? And how do you want to see yourself? In fact, if you feel like it, no need, no pressure, but let me know in the comments. I would love to hear any questions, comments, stories, or efforts that you're making to get into character. Like I said, I have a couple of placements there myself, so I'm taking some of this stuff to heart. I'm going to be on the lookout. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here, Capricorn. I really appreciate you, and I hope that this is helpful. And if I don't see you in a video before then I hope I see you in your February reading. Bye, Capricorn.